My name is John Richardson Liddell. I served in the Army of the Confederate States of America as a general in the Tennessee Army. I was part of the Confederate States of America as a general in the Tennessee Army led by Braxton Bragg. I attended the Battle of Chickamauga in 1863, which was one of our most successful battles despite all the injuries and deaths. This was our last victory over the Army of Cumberland, which was part of the Union. It was a pretty remarkable battle for the Confederacy indeed. I was secretly supporting the emancipation of slaves, because in order to gain other countries' support and trust, we had to have equality among our people. That was just my thing. I always remained loyal to my band, the Confederacy. One of the most important chapters of my life was the Battle of Chickamauga. The morning of the 19th of September, we sent our cavalry and infantry over the battlefield. It was already a violent battle from the beginning, from the very first day. That day, we captured about 900 regulars and several batteries of artillery from our enemies, the Union. A very successful day. We gave all we had in the battlefield. We fought as much as we could. We sent every division as soon as possible in order to win the battle and make our enemy exhausted. One day, the victory seemed to be slipping out of our hands. Cleburne's division arrived fresh and healthy. We planned to send them as soon as possible, but Cleburne did not make a move until he heard orders from our General Hill. Hill finally made his appearance and his decision, and he sent Cleburne's division to battle. Our point was to exhaust our enemy, the Union, to make them tired and exhausted. That night, we appeared and surprised them at night. They were resting, and we had the advantage that we were ready for battle and they weren't. They had to withdraw about 2 miles to Lafayette. That was already a big advantage for us. After much fight and battle, our victory was approaching, and in order to have a bigger advantage and pretty much set our victory, our general would only have to reach forth and grasp our enemy. One of the plans was to march quickly across the Tennessee River near Stevenson. There, he could cut all the communications of the demoralized enemies, the Union. By doing this, our General Bragg would compel the enemy at Chattanooga to either surrender or escape. They had no chance. This was about the 21st of September. At the end, we were successful, but there were big losses. There were about 1,404 killed or wounded and missing people. Out of 3,175 soldiers that went to battle. That's about half. Unfortunately for the Confederacy, that was our last victory over the Union. A very remarkable victory for us. I had a very successful life. I was part of the Confederacy Army, and I will never regret being part of it. I was finally murdered by one who used to be of our own, part of the Confederates, in 1870. It was a tragedy.